Listening to the D White Show on Insanity Radio. Yes, you are listening to the D White Show on Insanity Radio. We are back. Alicai Harley still in the studio. Carol was saying that tune. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Instruction is such a tune.
Thank you so much.
Such a
Thank
tune.
you so much.
And you can tell you had a lot of fun recording that. Because you can tell when an artist is singing the song and they're still having fun.
I'm still gassed. I'm still having fun with it, man. Trust me.
So how was that process? How was recording that with the vibes in the studio?
It was really, really, really dope. Like, we went back and forth with the track as well. Shout out KP Music as well, who was in the studio. We vibed and we co-wrote it as well as Nathan. And it was just vibes. Every single, like, we took the tune out of one studio into another after me and Toddler D's first session into another studio, and then it came back to that. So it was just like so much went into the tune to just make it the vibe that it is. And I really want everyone to feel the energy, and I think they can feel that same energy we were feeling when we was brocking out in the studios. You get what I'm trying to say? But like, yeah, man, I'm just happy. I'm happy with the response.
Wow, that's amazing. So it's kind of been like this transition in your music. Yeah. Because you know what, I listened to your first track. Like, I'm trying to find the name right now, and was it Know Me?
No. Oh, okay. So, this is the thing. So everyone has this thing where they say, okay, this was your first track, that was the first track. They never say Know Me, but they always say Gold was my first track. And in reality, I've like been doing music for so long now.
10 years.
But it's just that, like, for so long.
Was that the first track that was out there in that way on like a platform like Link Up?
Was it? Yes, I think it could have been.
Yeah.
But even Know Me wasn't actually a track. It was a freestyle. So up to now, Know Me's never like been on like Spotify or anything like that. It was just like a freestyle. From before that, I kind of just went back and forth with music, and music was always the goal, and it was never anything else. But as an artist, I feel like you grow and you dabble into this and you dabble into that. And I'd say the first official single that I claim, like, okay, for me, the official single was definitely Gold, which was released for the first time in 2016. 2016? Yeah, and then it was re-released again with Paulie Door Brackout. Yeah. So I say Gold was the thing, but obviously everyone like goes back to Know Me, and it's like so different from what I'm doing now, and they're like, oh my gosh, how comes you're like this and you're like that? And I dabble, do you know what I mean? I dabble in different forms of music. It's like, I don't think anyone was expecting a track like Instructions after hearing my last song, so it was just like, you know, I just dabble and play.
I mean, it's amazing to be versatile as an artist, to be able to pluck from this and pluck from that, and to have that foundation was actually, when I found that, I was surprised. I was like, this is it. Whoa, okay, it's a different side.
It's random,
so I'm like, in the future, just to imagine you popping a track like that, and everyone be like, whoa,
it's so random.
And it's like switch it up on people. Artists love to do that.
It's crazy.
So.
I feel like on the come up as well for me when I was doing like shows and open mics, that's what kind of made me stand out, and that's why I couldn't like knock it. I couldn't not. I never wanted to box myself in, because it was why people loved me. It was like I would start on a rap tune and then go into a little dancehall vibe and then go into a sing R&B tune, and they're just like, we can't keep up, but we love it. We love it. Oh my gosh. So definitely I'll keep dabbling, man.
Yeah, it's exciting to see. It's exciting to see that whole, you know, switch of the vibe and things like that. So tell us about how you got started. Apparently you weren't born here.
No, I wasn't.
Born in Jamaica, right?
Yes, I was born in Jamaica.
So tell us about that.
I came to London when I was 5. I was born in Jamaica.
Is it? You came when you were 5?
Yeah, I came when 5. I turned 6 the next month.
Oh wow.
And my mum was here before, which is kind of like a thing that you do anyway, and then you send for your child. And then I remember the first time I came up, I thought it was gonna be snowing and stuff, like, and I came in August, innit? And them times when the sun was hot in London, which it's not anymore, it was actually summer, innit? Like, so it's actually heat. We don't get that anymore. Climate changing. You know what I mean? Global warming is real. No, seriously, it is. We'll get into that another time. But when I came here, it was like sunny and that, and I settled in really, really quickly. You know, like,
where's the accent?
It chips in when it wants to, but however, I'm not exactly like someone that would have come here like 2 years ago. Do you know what I mean? I've been here more than I was there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But it chips in when it wants to irritate me. It's going to chip in.
That happens to me all the time, because I wasn't born here either. I was born in Nigeria. I moved here when I was 10. So yeah,
half the room, actually, the whole room actually, because you're Zim, I'm Kenya, Nigeria, Kingston, Jamaica,
South London.
South London.
Born and bred, come on.
South London. But when I talk to my mum, it's automatically my Jamaican accent, innit? It's just, and I think that's natural for anyone, innit? When you talk to like your mum or your family, or it's just automatic. It's just that's how it just comes out. Yeah. So.
For me, it was a lot of TV that made my accent. So when I actually came here, I actually had a full-on American accent, and everyone thought I was from the States.
Wait, whoa.
And so I moved here. I was like, hey guys, I moved into East London, into Canning Town, CT, and I was like, hey guys, it's absolutely like so great to be in school. And like they were all like. And then I had to switch it up. I was like, yeah, what are you saying, bruv? Yeah. I had to learn it. I had to learn it from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to switch it up. If not, I wasn't coming in like, hello guys, how are you?
Wow.
That was not happening. But wow, amazing. So when did the music stuff start? When did you?
So I've always been a lover of music, like for as long as I can remember. So even when I was really, really young, as a child, you know how a child screams out that they want to be this. My thing was, I want to be a singer. I'm going to be a famous singer. I'm going to be a famous singer from like the young ages of obviously like 6. Like that's some real stuff. Like I want to be a singer. I'm going to be a singer. And it never really changed. And I always like wanted to get in the studio. And my brother used to always say, when you're 12. And then I got kicked out of school in year 7. And in the centre, there was a studio, and I just lost my dad as well at the time, and I went into studio and I recorded a song about my dad, and that's when I first went into studio. And from then, like, I'd save my money, I'd go studio, I'd record music, and I was never getting freebies. It was always a thing where I was recording, paying my money at studios, and at times my brother used to give me money, my family used to give me money. We'd go studio. I'd go studio, and from there it just built up. When it got to I started going into the clubs that like the open mic places. I wasn't allowed to go there because obviously I was very young, and I started going in there anyway. I'd find my way to get in there, do the open mic thing, and just that I bubbled up, and I went with the underground record label at one point, bubbled up, did a couple competitions, stopped for a little bit just to like get better at writing, get better at performing. And when I was coming back as Alicai Harley, I just was performing, so I wasn't like releasing music. And then I started like I took everything in my own stride. So I did the performance and stuff. I then started to work the socials, then started to release stuff, and then it just started bubbling. I just in the end I just kind of got it, and I knew where I was. And I did this thing called Hot Shot Tuesdays in end of 2015, early 2016, and the last song on the Hot Shot Tuesdays, which is where it was like a campaign where I wrote music in the space of a week just so I could find that record to like make people know who I was. And the 10th one was gold. Wow. And people started knowing who Alicai Harley was.
I feel like that was the breakthrough. Have you heard people say that?
Yeah,
a lot. Gold was like kind of the breakthrough song, because like people. I remember when we were like doing the publicity for that, it was like, "Gold's my tune, Gold's my tune, Gold's my tune." Like I think you love Gold as well, and so it was like, I love Gold. And so how was that moment when Gold finally dropped, and then you saw that response?
It's so crazy because every time I talk about it, it's like it's really like sentimental for me, because like I said, I was writing a song a week. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes it was the night before that I found it, and I was like, it has to be released. And sometimes I missed the Tuesday, so it's every Tuesday, and sometimes I'd release it like 12:01, like on the Wednesday morning. Do you know what I mean? And with Gold, as soon as I wrote Gold, I like knew instantly, like there was this, I knew, like I can't explain it, but I just knew straight away. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I called my friend and I was like, this song is it. This is like all the struggles and everything like that, all the pressure, like this is it. This is about to take me to another level. And just like that I did. And then I recorded a little like mini video with my friends, I think the next day. And then the day after that, we released it, and then like the traffic just started coming in, and we sat down, we sent it to DJs, and it just, everything was happening all at once. And then from there, like I can't remember like everything, but everything just like happened all at once coming through. And you know, like I just kind of rode the buzz, and anything that came to me, because so much madness was happening as well, like side stuff that you can't control in life. But I just made up my mind I was just gonna ride through it, and I did.
Wow, absolutely amazing.
It's amazing. Do you know what strikes me? You've got a really dope creative process. Like, she's been at it for 10 years and you can kind of like see the growth, and that's really amazing to see. Like,
thank you so much.
It's a shout because young people, because we've got a lot of uni listeners, it's good for them to know that it takes time to like definitely hone your craft. So it's amazing, and I love that.
Thank you so much.
On that point, what would you say to kind of like,
I was gonna say that,
a young person kind of wanting to start out in the business? And I know like every female artist doesn't come out and just be like, I'm this vision of female empowerment, but in sort of a way, young girls would look up to you and be like, you know what, how can I be that female boss like you are?
I put something on my my story the other day, and I want to read it exactly how I put it, and it got a lot of people's attention, and I put it up because I wanted people to know that I went through it as well. It's not like, oh, I'm out here and I've got all the peas in the world and I'm just doing this thing. What I said is, I don't know who needs to see this, but money should never be the reason why you're waiting to start following your dreams. If you can't fix it, get over it. I repeat, if you can't fix it, get over it. However you take that, take it. So how are you going to do this with no money? Think, because guess what? There is a way. Use what you have and God will do the rest. And that there is what I'd say to anyone.
Wow. You
have to, and especially the last part, with everything, use what you have, use everything that you have, everything around you, the people around you, your creative friends, that's a editor, that should be who's editing your videos, the person that's learning videography, that should be who's in your stuff, taking pictures. Yeah, I'm trying to say all of that stuff. Yeah. Use what you have around you, and God will do the rest, and just keep grinding. There should never be no stop point, and always be ready to take people's opinions, but not everyone's going to be right. Some people will sit down in a room with you and tell you all of this stuff, and if you really don't just take it with a pinch of salt, you're gonna go and do something dumb tomorrow that your whole heart wasn't in, but they just talk a good game. So make sure you digest people's opinions, and you know what I mean, think about it, and then okay, what do I take from that? What was my man probably right about? And just keep grinding, man. Go out and do it for yourselves. Like I said, the first time I went into a studio, and the second time I brought myself, I paid my own money. Find your way of doing that all yourself. It's always you need to be the person that always has you, and you can never turn around and say, someone says to you, oh, why is that record not working, or why is this not working? You can't say, oh, because of my manager, or oh, because of this person. So you make sure it's working. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You can't blame, oh, it's because my man wasn't doing this, he didn't do this with the video, that's why it looks so rubbish. Okay, but you put it out, it's your video now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Just always remember, you need to like always have your stuff on point and keep going hard.
100%. I feel authentic, like just being authentic and you know, being true to yourself is something that's quite important, which you've spoke on. And your network is your net worth.
100%.
Really is. Is. Tell us about this track now. Tell us about this track.
Oh,
this track.
Proper paper. Proper paper. You know, I keep thinking I should have actually made the title Proper Paper, but I made it Proper Paper.
The British tapped in.
The British, you know what I mean? Proper Paper.
Proper Paper.
Proper Paper. I wrote Proper Paper about it was about marriage.
Wow.
So it was about marriage. But like a lot of other people, they take it how they want to take it, and I love that about music, and that's why I always try to not take away from listeners. I feel like listeners should be able to take what they don't always box them in. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So but for me, when I wrote it, it was about marriage and like this guy, you know, and like he's out, like we're both out there and whatever, but people are like doing stuff to get his attention, or they talk about us just to get our attention and whatnot. And it's just like, we don't need to explain nothing, because you're married to the ting pong proper paper, and that proper paper is that marriage certificate.
Wow.
Come on.
This is the track. We will be right back on the DY Show.
Online through our app and on your smart speaker.
Insanity Radio.